And pitching in this game, David Peterson. Chris, what should we keep an eye on here with him?
Anytime you have 5 pitches to work with on the mound, that repertoire can be a real weapon in terms of keeping hitters off balance, man. It's one of those things that I'm going to be looking for in this one. Does he have a feel for all of those pitches, or is he just able to get 1 or 2 over in the strike zone where he wants? Well, it's tough to do to be able to command all those pitches, but if he can, he is going to be very tough for the opponent today.
And here's the first baseman, Ildemaro Vargas. Next offering, pop foul off to the right out of play.
Slayer, middle outside.
And that drops in for a strike.
Sinker, low outside.
Fights it off, he'll see another.
Circle change.
And the 0-2.
Outside.
Drilled in the air, high and deep right field. And that one is foul, so we'll try it again.
Low inside.
Out to short. Quick start here this evening. 2 out, top of the first.
Sinker, low outside.
Swing and a miss, strike 1.
Sinker, low inside. Slider, middle inside.
Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball.
Wow, he got away with a mistake right there.
Low outside.
In the air to left center. Robert on his way over. Pulls it down and he makes the catch. Francisco Lindor up now for the Mets.
Not only can he hit the cover off the ball, he's got a great eye as well.
And there's one away. That's in for a strike. Right through there for a strike. Ripped to short, snagged on a bounce. Throw to first, and very nicely done for the out. 2 outs, base is empty. Here's Luis Robert, also known as La Pantera. Sharp grounder, that's through for a base hit. And that keeps the inning alive. Foul ball. Liner, base hit. So that's 2 straight 2-out hits. Here is Marcus Semien. And that's a base hit. In comes the first run of the game. It's 1-0 Mets. Now the tag at third, and they got it. That ends the inning. Top of the second. Here's the cleanup hitter for the Diamondbacks, Adrian Del Castillo. And a swing and a miss. There's that slider. That one fouled off.
Sinker, low inside.
In the air to left center. Taylor coming on. Nice grab as he reached down to make the play.
Sinker, low middle.
0-1.
First pitch strike right there for him. He's going to have to do that consistently if he's going to give any length to his skipper.
Four-seam fastball, low inside.
Fouls it back with 2 strikes.
Sinker, middle.
Here's the
outside.
0-2. And down on strikes he goes, and there's 2 away. Here is James McCann.
Low middle.
Swing and a ground ball up the middle. That's a base hit. And the tying run is on base.
Four-seam fastball. High outside.
Inside, ball one.
Four-seam fastball. High inside.
Sliced hard but foul.
Sinker. Low inside.
1-1 now. And that one gets past the catcher. Throws to second. Not going to get him. He's in there. So a wild pitch allows the runner to advance.
Going to have to buckle down and make a pitch or two to get out of this little jam he's worked himself into after the 2-out hit. Then that wild pitch.
Well, that's a strikeout, and that'll do it for the... Back here in Queens. So now here's the Mets DH, Jared Young. And that one is lifted in the air. That gets down for a hit. So a runner aboard to start the inning.
Batting seven, right fielder, Greg Beatty.
Base hit. Lead runner holds up. They're at first and second with nobody out.
Well, a swing like that can help you come out of this struggle. We saw the numbers coming into the ball game, but all he's trying to do at this point is help his team win.
So up next, Luis Torrens. This one in the air, center field. Thomas takes it in for the out, and there's one down.
It's early, but these at-bats can impact the game just as much as they do later. Here's a chance to set the tone early for your team.
Puts it in the air out towards left center, but misjudges this one, and it falls. Throw back in, holds the runner at third. Base is now loaded. Only one away. On the ground, could be two. One at second, and that's two. Back here at Citi Field, new inning getting started. Tim Tawa stands in now for the Diamondbacks.
Well, these Diamondbacks, as you probably noticed, haven't been shy at the plate at all. In fact, they've probably been too aggressive at times. I'm specifically talking about the first pitch. These batters are swinging more than 80% of the time, which is fine if you're scoring runs, but that hasn't been the case today. Well, he went up there trying to be aggressive, that's for sure, hacking at those first two pitches, but clearly that last one fooled him. He could have been sitting on something else entirely, but you want to be able to adjust on 0-2 and at least get a swing off when it's in the zone. Maybe choke up, maybe spread out your stance a little bit. You got to give the guy credit on the mound, though. He went right after it.
Stays alive.
Overhand curve.
The 0-2.
Low outside.
Cuts and misses. It's a strikeout.
Up next, for the Diamondbacks, second baseman, Cattell.
So back to the top of the Arizona lineup. Stepping in, the long ball threat, Cattell Marte. Just missed.
Low middle.
Worm burner into the outfield for a knock. And that keeps the inning going.
Circle change.
Smash that one through the infield for the knock. When it's hit that hard, it makes it very tough on the infielders to make any sort of play.
And a swing and a miss.
Low outside.
Gets a piece there. We'll do it again.
Sinker. Low outside.
Goes down looking. Ready to go for the last half of the inning. And stepping in for New York, Bo Bichette. Line drive, base hit. Man aboard on the leadoff single. That one is absolutely belted. Way back there, it's got a chance. Out of here. A two-run blast. And they add on. It's 3-0. He only needed one swing to square it up.
Not wasting any time in that at bat, Boog. Aggressive, and it paid off. Took on the big part of the yard for that home run and just barely got it over the wall. I thought for a second he brought it back out there, too. Gave it a great effort, but, you know, those plays are so tough to pull off. And I'm sure he'd love to have another shot at it.
Hit in the air, center field. Thomas has a beat on it, and there's one down. Now it's Marcus Semien. Singled and drove in a run his first time through. Short hop liner, handled it short. Perdomo on to first. 2 down. Swing and a ball lined out towards center. That is the inning. Mets had 2 runs on this blast. Back here in Queens, all set for the start of the inning. Geraldo Perdomo stands in now for the Diamondbacks.
Circle change. Low middle.
And a foul ball.
Sinker. Low outside.
Fought off foul.
Sinker. Low outside.
Got him looking. Picks up strikeout number 7.
Quite the start to this game on the mound. Looking very dangerous to these hitters. 7 punch-outs already. So this lineup hasn't had much success trying to figure him out. I'm impressed with what we're seeing here.
And there's 2 away. 2 down, base is empty. Here's the third baseman.
This guy is just filling up the strike zone right now. Don't want to get yourself in an 0-2 hole. You better be ready to pull the trigger on the first pitch.
Fastball for a strike. Swings through it, and that's a strikeout. Back here at Citi Field. Bottom.
You're out.
Alec Thomas now. And a foul ball.
You know, these D-backs being a little too patient at the plate in this game. We've seen them go down looking several times, just not really showing much fight in a lot of their at-bats so far.
See ya! Strikes him out for the second time today.
Oh, nothing too fancy on the strikeout pitch right there. Just a low 90s fastball, and I'm not sure he was trying to challenge him, but that's pretty much what happened. Very hittable location, but he found a way to just get it by him.
Slice the other way. That's a base hit. So they get a man aboard with a 1-out single.
Got on plane with that pitch. Not as far away, but out there a little bit. But he let it travel, tracked it, didn't try to pull it. And that's something that can help you get going, get on track. Maybe a little bit too late in this ball game, but you just never know.
Middle outside.
Good job to fight that one off.
Sinker.
0-2 now. That one
Inside
missed.
ball.
Tawa, the base runner at first with 1 out. This one in the air right field. And that'll fall for a base hit. And they'll have runners at the corners after a 1-out single. So back to the top of the order. Ketel Marte. What a stop. The beat for 1. Double play. What a quick killing dandy. Back here in a blowout, which gives us a chance to talk about just about anything.
Bro, don't get me fired.
All right, Singy, when you played, how much of a fashionista were you? Would you come to the ballpark dressed to the nines?
No, I wouldn't. Even on the road trips, I was, pretty average. There were some guys that would dial it up, and there'd be some outfits where you're kind of double taking and saying, where in the world are you going? But overall, I'd say I kept it low key.
And there's a rocket into the outfield. Takes the turn. He's digging for second. The relay not in time. That's a leadoff double.
Everything came together for him. Showed a willingness to drive that pitch the opposite way. Didn't get jumpy, didn't try to pull the ball. He let it get deep, took the barrel right to it, and then extended through the swing for the line drive base hit.
Line drive. Barossa tracks it down for the out. 1 pitch and 1 out. So up next for New York, Tyrone Taylor. That one the other way. That's a base hit. Stop sign goes up at third. Runners at the corners with 1 out. On the ground, right side. Dive, and he's got it. Run scores, but a terrific play to get the out.
Well, he still gets the RBI, but that was a really nice play. Great athleticism. You get it out, and you take away the base hit.
Bichette gets a chance to hit. No one can get there. It falls in. Runner from second scores as they add on. It's an RBI single, and it's an 8-run lead. Hit on the ground up the middle. That's a base hit. Lead runner makes the turn at second. The throw in. Save. Not in time to get him, and it's first and third with 2 away. So they're at the corners. Next is the cleanup hitter for the Mets, Mark Vientos. In the air, right field, pretty well struck, carrying well. And that one's gone.
When you see a guy take a slider on the outside part.
For Arizona, number 45, Taylor Clark.
Foul ball there. Two down, nobody on. Swing and a pop-up. Foul territory for the catcher. That is the inning. Mets get 3 on this homer. Back here in Queens. All set to start the 9th. This one, Ildemaro Vargas stands in now for the Diamondbacks. Swing and a ball line to center. Makes the catch, 1 down. Ground ball right side, and that's just foul.
Middle outside.
I mean, his pitch efficiency, ability to get ahead and count, at times pitch to contact, let the defense work behind him. That's why he's still in the game here in the 9th inning.
The 0-2. You just don't see it that much anymore. A guy being this efficient and getting this deep into the game.
I wonder if he's going to be able to close it out. There's just something about that 9th inning. But being at under 100 pitches, he's still got plenty of fuel left in the tank.
Oh, that's off the plate.
Ball 1.
Low outside.
Got him looking for the strikeout. And Arizona with just 1 outlet.
No, that's not the best 2-strike fastball I've seen, but certainly got away with the location there. You know, sometimes as a hitter, when you're down in the count, you're so focused on a pitcher painting the black, and you just get a little bit locked up on something down the heart of the plate, not expecting it, and it just kind of freezes you.
Just misses with that one. The Diamondbacks down to their final strike. And a foul ball, he stays alive.
4-seam fastball. High outside.
Battling here as he fouls it away.
4-seam fastball.
2 down, nobody on. Foul ball left side, he'll see another.
Sinker. Low inside.
This to center field. And it drops in. So he gets on base and keeps it going.
Really nice job of 2-strike hitting, and that is.
Here comes the skipper. Nolan McLean takes over on the mound.
Well, he's been a really tough guy to take deep this season. You usually have to string some hits together in order to get to him.
The 0-1 is outside, and it's a ball and a strike. Plenty of offense in this one, Singy. I guess you'd say kind of what we expected, though.
Well, this was a game, looking at the pitching matchup, where you expected offense to score, and not as lopsided as this.
Got him. That finishes